Hello and welcome to another episode of Boom Beach Troop Tiers and Base Designs. In this one we are going over Headquarters Level 13, in which we did not unlock anything new. However, also the strategies didn't really change very much. So right off the bat, S++, the best troop in the game at this level, by far the tanks. The tanks are going to be your troop that you're just going to use the tanks and Dr. Caven and just steamroll any base, pretty much any multiplayer base and pretty much any single player as well as operations. The tanks as well as Caven together are just such a good mesh of troops. Warriors, B tier, not good. Not good until you get smoked. They're not really all that useful. They don't have enough health to get to like a rocket launcher in like an operation. They're just not quite good enough. Also, Riflemen, they're not quite good either. They play a role if you see a base with a lot of boom cannons, a lot of cannons, and you don't want to attack it with your tanks, you can go ahead and use your Riflemen. But other than that single role, they're not really all that effective. Now, the second best attack strategy at Headquarters Level 12 will be Heavies and Zookas, combined with Caven. They're still pretty good, but they're just not nearly as effective as tanks. That's why I'm not even going to put them at S+. And then I think Heavies are better just because Dr. Caven works very well with them. Artillery, S++, still using 2 or 3, especially since now at this level artillery can 2-shot a lot of buildings instead of having to use 3. It's just so much more effective. Barrage, S+, very similar to the artillery. Now you're able to kill like level 1 and 2 boom cannons with just your barrage ability without having to use an artillery, so it's just really effective. Combined with the tanks, you're going to put Shock Bomb, probably at S. We'll put it at S. It's really good for disabling like a boom cannon if you couldn't take it out with your artillery. The only drawback to the tanks is it costs gunboat energy to launch them, but other than that, you should have enough artillery to take out any boom cannons or major cannons that get in your way. Brick's good. She's useful, but she's not nearly as good as Caven. That's why, even though she's the only other hero, she's going all the way to A tier because she's just not nearly as good as Caven. Every attack strategy, whether it's hookah, tanks, riflemen, or all warriors, Caven's just going to be better. Medkits are good. They're going to be A tier. They're just not quite as good as the Crystal Critters ability, which is what you're going to be using with Caven. The Crystal Critters ability is way more effective. 1 Crystal Critters is like 2 medkits to me, in my opinion, especially if you upgrade your Crystal Critters. Flares are good to S tier. They're basically really good. They're good for keeping the tanks out of range of buildings, to like maneuver them, to make sure they're not getting hit by sniper towers or something like that. So flares are still very useful. They're just not, the best thing in the game. The barrage ability we'll put in A tier. The shield ability, the resistance ability, it'll go to B tier. Battle orders, B tier. This ability is actually really good. The shield ability, I call it the shield ability because basically it just gives your units shields. I think it's called the ice shield ability. It's actually really good. We're going to put it in S tier. Say you can't take out a boom cannon, it only costs 6 energy for the first try. So if you see a boom cannon, you can't take it out, quickly pop this ability, and it'll tank the first shot from it. And so it's pretty good against a couple bases that maybe you just want more tanks, so like more firepower at one time. So that ability can be very useful. It's just not nearly good as like a barrage or Crystal Critters for most bases. It's very situational. And this ability, it'll go A tier. It's okay. It's just not very good. Alright, and that's about it. And the next one, I don't think we're unlocking anything either, so it'll probably end up being pretty similar. Now, for my base design for Headquarters Level 12, as you can see, it's very similar to what I had for Level 11, except I changed these 2 cannons, basically, to where the cannons are more spread out. That way, it's harder to take out 2 cannons out with 2 barrages. They have to use artillery. Also, with the addition of the second boom mine, these boom mines are in a very, very good spot, because a lot of people would try and flank. They'll still try and flank, even though, as you can see, I have the backside of my headquarters protected well, but they'll kick out like this boom cannon and this cannon, and just try and basically attack it from the side, because attacking head on is a lot more dangerous. So, as long as you use the boom cannons to take out at least 1 troop of whatever they're using, whether it's hookahs or tanks, those boom mines should be able to take care of whatever they're doing. Also, I use tanks, like I said. I believe tanks are by far the most effective thing to use at Headquarters Level 12, combined with the max level Dr. Caven. Those 2 work very well together, but you can use hookah. It really doesn't matter too much. But yeah, that's about it. I'm using 1 gunboat energy and a lot of resource reward, as well as a wood production. And yep, just make sure to upgrade all your troops. Upgrade your sniper towers. The sniper towers are going to be very important. They are really underestimated for the amount of damage they do, and they're really good at countering whatever attack it is, whether they're using like all tanks, all riflemen, hookah. They're really useful. So I recommend upgrading your sniper towers first on defense, because the boom cannon and cannon will get destroyed by gunboat. So yeah, that's about it. In the next one, we will be doing Headquarters Level 13, where we unlock our first rocket launcher, which is a very good defense, as well as our abilities to make base layouts and statue storage for extra statues that aren't in place currently, but we want to keep because they're really good statues. Alright, thanks for watching.